There's a picture on the dresser, face down where you left it. I don't turn it over, I'm afraid of what I'll feel. Your sweater on a chair still carries your perfume. It's fading like the promises we couldn't keep for real. I walk across the floorboards, they echo every step, like the silence that you gave me when you walked away. I thought that love was strong enough to hold us steady, but now I know some storms are meant to stay. I keep replaying every word you said, like maybe I could change the ending in my head. 'Cause you were my always, my safe place in the dark. Now I'm just a shadow with a shattered heart. Every night I lie awake and call your name, but the only thing that answers is the hurt that stays. I tried to let you go, but the truth remains. Some scars don't fade, they just rearrange. And no matter how I pray for brighter days, I'm still holding on to the hurt that stays. You shatter the bed, still colder than December. I reach across and touch the emptiness. I told myself that I would soon forget you, but forgetting you feels harder than this mess. Your laughter used to fill up every corner. Now the quiet screams inside these walls. I see your face in every passing stranger, and I swear I hear your footsteps in the hall. If loving you was wrong, then why does it still feel like you were all I ever needed? 'Cause you were my always, my safe place in the dark. Now I'm just a shadow with a shattered heart. Every night I lie awake and call your name, but the only thing that answers is the hurt that stays. I tried to let you go, but the truth remains. Some scars don't fade, they just rearrange. And no matter how I pray for brighter days, I'm still holding on to the hurt that stays. Maybe I was too much, maybe I was not enough. Maybe love just isn't built to last. Maybe we were just a flame, burning bright but meant to fade. Now I'm living in the ashes of our past, and I'd give anything just to hear you say you miss me too. But you're already miles away. Tried to let you go, but the truth remains. This broken heart still calls your name. And even if the world one day just changes, I'll still be living with the hurt that stays. So I fold your sweater, place it in a drawer. I tell myself I don't need you anymore, but deep inside I know you won't erase the echo of your love. The hurt that stays. I still remember that September rain, you laughing underneath my coat. We said that nothing felt this real before, like we were writing every word we spoke. You traced forever on my skin, like it was something we could hold. We built a future in the dark, with trembling hands but hearts so bold. Now your name is just a whisper that my empty room repeats, and every promise that we made is scattered at my feet. I thought we were unbreakable, two souls that time would never sever. Guess I was wrong about forever. We were almost forever, almost meant to be, almost waking up together, almost you and me. We were one breath from always, one step from the truth, but almost doesn't keep you, and it doesn't pull you through. Now I'm learning how to live with pieces we can't mend. We were almost forever, but almost never wins. Your coffee cup still in the sink, like you're coming back at noon. But I know better than to hope. Hope just makes the fall come soon. I drive past all our favorite streets, pretend I'm doing fine, but every corner holds a ghost of your hand wrapped into mine. You said sometimes love's not enough when timing's out of place, but how could something feel so right and still just fade away? If I could turn the clock around, I'd beg the stars to let us stay somewhere we don't drift away. We were almost forever, almost carved in stone, almost something we could treasure, almost coming home. We were close enough to heaven, close enough to touch, but close enough still wasn't close enough for us. Now I'm sleeping with the silence where your heartbeat used to blend. We were almost forever, but almost never was. Maybe in another love, we don't let go so easily. Maybe there's a version of us still dancing in the kitchen, still believing, still not leaving. Maybe I held on too tight, or maybe you just needed space, but every maybe keeps me up, and every dream still has your face. And I would give anything to go back to that night, before the words we need to talk turned everything to goodbye. We were almost forever, almost side by side, almost building every dream. We said we'd never hide. We were one kiss from always, one like maybe you're just sleeping and everything's alright. But the morning always tells me what my heart can't comprehend. We were almost forever. We were almost and almost never will. You said I never listened, but I memorized your tears, every crack inside your voice, every hidden fear. You said I didn't notice when you slowly pulled away, but I felt it in the silence. It grew heavier each day. I was fighting for our future while you were packing up your doubts. I was building us a bridge, you were finding your way out. Maybe love's not measured by who hurts the least. Maybe I just loved you more than you loved me. Inside your head, louder than the words you never said. I held on tighter when you were letting go. I gave you all I had and more than you could hold. Now the quiet screaming and it's tearing me apart. If love was just a battle, I fought it with my heart. You walked away in silence, like it didn't matter. But I loved you louder. Your shadow's in the hallway, your ghost is in my bed. Every little memory, you're playing what you said. You deserve somebody better, still echoes in my mind, like loving you too deeply was some kind of crime. I would've stayed forever through every broken piece, but forever drown you with devotion. Did my love just weigh you down? Was I shouting, please don't leave, while you stopped hearing the sound? I loved you louder in the doubts you couldn't fight, louder than your distance. Every night I stayed when it was heavy, when it hurt to even breathe. You were halfway out the door while I was on my knees. Now the quiet's screaming and it's tearing me apart. If love was just a And I don't know what hurts more, losing you this way, or knowing if I had been softer, you might have stayed. I loved you louder than my pride, than my fear, louder than the truth you didn't want to hear. I gave you every heartbeat, every fragile part. You held it for a moment, and you would tore it apart. Now the quiet screaming that is tearing me apart. If love was just a battle, I fought it with my heart. You walked away in silence, like we never mattered. But I loved you louder. Yeah. I drive these empty highways after midnight. Streetlights burn like tears I won't let fall. Your side of the seat still leaning backward, like you're reaching for me through it all. There's a coffee stain you left on the console. I said I'd clean it up, but I never do. Guess I'm scared if I erase the little things, there'll be nothing left of you. The radio keeps playing our old love songs. I turn it off, but they still play in my mind. Every mile I try to leave you behind, but you're riding right there by my side. They say the past is just a memory, but it's clearer than the road ahead of me. I'm trapped in the rear view, watching us fade. Everywhere I'm going feels like yesterday. You smile in the mirror, your hand in mine. I'm chasing what's already falling behind. I can press the gas, but I can't undo all the ways I lost you. No matter what I try to do, I'm trapped in the rear view. There's a diner off of exit 23 where we swore we'd never drift apart. Now my pack's it like a stranger with 1,000 miles inside my heart. He said love shouldn't feel this heavy, shouldn't hurt just to survive. But ever since you let me go, I've barely felt alive. I check my phone at every red light, like your name might reappear. But the only thing that's calling me is the silence in my ears. If moving on means letting go, why does it feel like leaving home? I'm trapped in the rear view, watching us fade. Everywhere I'm going, it feels like yesterday. Your shadow in the headlights, your voice in the wind. I'm driving in circles, I don't know where to begin. I can change direction, but my I should pull over. The engine raised, let the memories crash inside my chest. Ready if I sit here long enough to cry. I finally see the future instead of goodbye. But every time I look ahead, the road just splits into one leads to forgetting, one leads back to you. And I keep choosing you. I'm trapped in the rear view, stuck in that night where you said you loved me, but it didn't feel right. Your tears in the mirror, your hair letting go. I keep reliving what I already know. I can drive forever, but I can't outrun the truth. There's no road that leads me back to you. And no matter how far I move, no matter what I do, I'm still stuck seeing us in the rear view. So I'll keep on driving till the tank runs dry, with your memory burning behind my eyes. The leaves are falling earlier this year, or maybe I just notice more. Every color fading into gray, like the way you walked out that door. There's a chill hanging in the air tonight. It feels like something's wrong. Summer left without a fight, and somehow so did we all alone. Your jacket's still behind the couch. I swear I smell your cologne. Funny how a crowded world can feel this alone. They say September's made for letting go, but I wasn't ready to lose you slow. Now I'm sadder than September, colder than the autumn rain. Every memory's a burning ember, whispering your name. The wind keeps calling out to you through every empty street, and every golden afternoon just drops down at my feet. I thought the worst was over when you said goodbye forever, but I've never felt so lonely, sadder than September. We used to talk about October skies and dancing to the leaves. You said you loved the changing tides, but you changed on me. The daylight's getting shorter now, just like the time we had. And every sunset hits somehow a little harder than the last. I passed the park where we would sit, your head against my chest. Now the bench is soaked in silence, like it knows we did our best. If seasons heal one hearts go through? Why does every breeze feel like you? Now I'm sadder than September, heavier than cloudy days. Every second I remember cuts me in new ways. The trees that go so gracefully, but I'm still holding on to the echoes of your laughter long after you're gone. I thought the worst was over when we couldn't stay together, but I've never known a lonely sadder than September. Maybe love's just like the seasons, it blooms and then it dies. Maybe we were only meant for summer sky. But how do I accept that forever wasn't true, and every falling leaf still falls for you? And now I trade these colder nights for one more embrace, just to see the sunlight resting on your face. Oh, now I'm sadder than September, darker than the early dust. Every promise I'll remember turning into dust. The wind moves on without you, but I'm frozen where you left me, in the middle of a memory I can't set free. I thought my heart was stronger, thought I'd feel better, but I've never been so broken, sadder than September. Soon the leaves will all be gone, winter will arrive, and maybe with the snow I'll learn how to survive. But tonight the air still whispers like it knows we were together, and it feels like I'll be lonely long past September. Yeah. You said, I think we've reached the end, like it was easy to believe, like love was just a chapter you could close and never read. You wouldn't even look at me when you dropped the final line, like breaking something beautiful was only wasting time. I stood there in the doorway with my heart inside your hands. You let it fall so casually, like I would understand. You don't know what it did to me, how your goodbye still echoes endlessly. Those were words that cut deep, sharper than goodbye, still bleeding in the silence every single night. You said you'll be better off, like that would set me free, but the only thing you freed was the worst in me. Now every little sentence still finds me when I sleep. I cannot hear the way you said those words that cut deep. just not meant to be. Like fate was something kind, like love was just a mistake we happened to design. You said you'd thank me someday for walking out the door, but I've been thanking loneliness for showing me the floor. I replay conversations, try to find the sign, but when your heart stopped fighting, well, mine was still all mine. If you knew how much they hurt, would you take those words back first? Those were words that cut deep, colder than the rain. They keep falling in my chest again and again. He said it's for the best, like can't could justify the way he tore apart what we tried to build inside. Now every broken promise is a scar I get to keep. I'm still drowning in the sound of words that cut deep. Maybe you're right, maybe we were wrong. The wide is right, feel like his life stayed far too low. You spoke so calm, so certain, like you found no doubt, while I was falling to my knees as you were walking out. Oh, and I would give anything just to hear you say you didn't mean it. You didn't mean it that way. Those were words that cut deep, deeper than you know, still coming through my heart long after you let go. You said you'll find somebody like love is easy from, but nobody can silence the way your voice still sounds. Now every quiet moment feels too steep, 'cause I'm still falling through those words that cut deep. I wish you would have held me instead of holding truth. Oh, there's a frame turned face down on the shelf. I don't know why I keep it there. Maybe part of me still needs the proof that once upon a time you cared. Your laughter lingers in these walls like it never really left. Every corner of this quiet room still holds what we had best. I tried to pack your things away, box them up and seal the past, but every time I close the lid, the memories rush back. They say that time can heal a heart, but mine just replays every part. You're a memory I can't erase, no matter how I rearrange. Every road I try to take still leads me to your face. I burn the letters, clear the space, nothing ever really changed. You're written in me like a name I'm scared to say. You're a memory I can't erase. I hear your voice in passing cars, in every song that plays too slow. I see your shadow in the dark, in every place we used to go. I told myself I'd be okay, that missing you would fade, but missing you is a constant ache. It never goes away. I've met new faces, shaking hands, pretended I moved on, but every smile just reminds me of everything that's gone. If loving you was just a phase, why am I still lost in yesterday? You're a memory I can't erase, a ghost I carry every day. No matter how I numb the pain, it never fades away. I try to drown you in goodbye, try to let the past just break, but you're still breathing in my veins with every breath I take. You're a memory I can't erase. Tears I'd hide away. You're the part of me that never changes. You're a memory I can't erase. So I'll learn to live around you like a scar that doesn't fade. Carry you in quiet ways in every choice I made. Some loves don't disappear, they just remain. Your memory I can't erase. We laid the first brick in the summertime, with reckless hope and steady hands. Said we built a love that time couldn't touch, like it was written in our plans. You drew blueprints in the air at night, future kids and painted walls. I swore I'd be your solid ground if anything should fall. But somewhere in the foundation, tiny cracks began to show. We covered them with I'm fine and never let them grow. We called it strong, we called it fate, but maybe we were built to break. Maybe we were built to break, designed to fall apart, held together by the hope we'd outgrow fragile hearts. We tried to be forever, tried to bend, but we just ached. Maybe all along we were built to break. I remember how you used to say, we'll make it through somehow, but somehow turn to silence. And we stopped asking how. You started sleeping closer to the edge of what we were. And every time I reached for you, you felt a little further. We were experts at pretending nothing slipped between the seams. But even castles made of stone can crumble at the beams. We kept patching up the pain while the storm fell like rain. Maybe we were built to break, too fragile to withstand the weight of all the things we didn't understand. We tried to be the exception, tried to rule the world mistaken, but loving you felt beautiful and devastated. Now I'm walking through the echoes of every vow we couldn't save. If love was ever meant to last, why were we built to break? Was it something in the wiring, something in the start? Did we fall too fast and miss the fragile parts? Maybe we were fire, burning bright and wild, but fire doesn't promise it'll stay a while. And I would rebuild every moment if I thought you would stay. But you were already halfway gone before I saw the cracks give way. Maybe we were built to break, two hearts misaligned, trying to hold forever with trembling hands in time. We loved like it was endless, like nothing could erase. But even the strongest structures, they'd outrun their fate. Now I'm left with empty rooms and all the vows we couldn't take. If love was meant to keep us, why were we built to break? Maybe we were built to break. We used to say forever like a promise, like it was something we could hold, like it would wrap around our shoulders, keep us safe from growing cold. You traced our names inside her heart on fogged up window glass, said nothing in this world could ever make this love not last. I believed you like a prayer, like heaven signed our fate. Never thought forever had an ending date. Now I replay the night you changed, searching for the moment we derailed. When forever fell apart, it didn't make a sound, just a quiet kind of breaking when you laid our future down. No thunder, no warning, just tears in your eyes, and the word goodbye dressed up in disguise. I felt the ground beneath me shatter in the dark. That's the night I learned when forever fell apart. Your side of the closet's empty now, just hangers swaying slow, like they're still waiting for your clothes. But they already know the coffee mug with your lipstick stain still sits there by the sink. I haven't had the strength to wash the last trace of what I think. You said love isn't always enough to make it stay, but how can something feel so right and still just slip away? If forever was just a word we said, why does it still echo in my head? When forever fell apart, it took the best of me, left a hollow space where you used to be. No screaming, no fighting, just distance and doubt. Two hearts, once alive, slowly burning out. I'm still standing in the pieces of what we used to start, trying to understand when forever fell apart. Maybe we were too young to know what forever means. Maybe we were just in love with perfect dreams. But I would have stayed through every flaw, through every stormy part. You were already letting go while I was giving you my heart. And I would trade every tomorrow for one more yesterday, just to hear you whisper that you wanted me to stay. And forever fell apart, it didn't crack the sky, just quietly we rode the rest of my life. No headlines, no fireworks, just silence in the dark and a slow cold truth. When forever fell apart, I still hold the fragments of every vow and spark, living in the shadow when forever fell apart. Now I'm careful with the word forever on my tongue. It feels too heavy now for someone so young. 'Cause I've seen how easy promises can be part. I was there the night when forever fell apart. Neon reflections in a rain-soaked street blur like the tears in my eyes. Taxi shadow, then strangers passing, but no one sees me cry. We used to walk these avenues, your fingers laced in mine. Now every corner of this town just rewinds another time. There's a bar on Fifth we used to haunt, that playing our old song. I stand outside like I don't belong, like everything moved on. The city never really sleeps, but somehow it feels lonely. I'm crying under city lights, where we used to shine, drowning in the glow of us that I can't leave behind. Every window holds your ghost, every street calls your name. In a crowd of millions, I'm alone in the rain. The skyline doesn't miss you, but I still do tonight. So I'm standing here breaking, crying under city lights. Billboards flicker like broken promises, bright but never true. Every glowing sign just reminds me of everything we couldn't do. I passed the train where we said goodbye, your eyes too tired to fight. You said it's just the way it is, and vanished into night. Now I ride that same late train just to feel you were near, but all I find is empty seats and reflections in the mirror. If love can disappear this fast, why does the pain always last? I'm crying under city lights, where dreams are sold for gold, where hearts get lost in crowded rooms and hands grow cold. Every siren in the distance sounds like what we were, loud and bright and beautiful, but never meant to endure. The skyline doesn't miss you, but I still do tonight. So I'm standing here breaking, crying under city lights. Maybe you're in another city, under different stars. Maybe someone else is healing all your broken parts. Do you ever think about me when the streets are quiet and still? Or did you trade our memories for someone new to fill our key? Searching faces in every passing crowd, hoping for a glimpse of you, but the night's too loud. I'm crying under city lights, with masquerade skies above, watching all these strangers fall in and out of love. Every shining window feels like what we lost, a million glowing reminders of what heartbreak costs. The skyline doesn't miss you, but I still do tonight. And this broken heart keeps understands. Watching over sidewalks, slipping through my hands. Maybe someday the city won't feel like a fight, but tonight I'm still here crying.